Hi everyone, this is going to be a very big week here on the Jeremiah Patterson Show in terms of news production and pushing out content, as I've been working a lot behind the scenes and I'm ready now to push that content out to all of you. So, starting tomorrow, we're going to be releasing a whole bunch of special reports, including one on the Republican budget bill, which the Senate has just voted to advance, and how pernicious this will be to everyday working Americans if it is passed. We're essentially going to be talking about what's in the bill, also what this means for corporations and billionaires who are going to benefit from this. Back in February, if you recall, I did a two-part resistance special series on the show here. I'll be bringing that back tomorrow as well in a special 4 p.m. affair about the resistance movement against authoritarianism and oppression here at home and around the world. You do not want to miss this. I shall let you know before that, at 12 p.m. Eastern, we're going to be releasing an exciting video about the New York City mayor race and what just happened there. Tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern for the TJPS Evening News Show, we'll be covering what the Trump administration is currently doing to roll back environmental protection rights. As a pro-oil guy is currently the director of the EPA, I'm going to discuss how this is hurting communities all across the country, including minorities who are suffering from this and more. I'll be joined by ProPublica environmental reporter Mark Olalde to discuss his reporting and get some context about this. In addition, on the show tomorrow night, we're also going to focus on the evisceration of our health agencies with RFK Jr. and Dr. Oz at the helm and what they intend to do next, as, you know, the science community is sounding the alarm about this. We recently did a long special report about what's currently going on with the health agencies just being completely shot at. But we're taking another look at that because I get that there are a lot of things that's happening under the Trump administration. They never really want you to be focused on one specific story. But something that we try to do here on this show is to draw out the noise and to focus on several important stories just all at once. One of the things that I say here on the show, a lot is all at once, or eyes open, heads up, stay focused. Because yes, they are setting multiple fires, but they only want us to be focused on one specific fire. And so while we're focused on this one, they set another fire, then our attention turns. Like, how many of you remember that Signalgate happened? Right? I mean, it's so many different things at once. They want you to be constantly distracted so that you're never focused on one specific thing, so that the outrage is never focused on one specific thing. They're constantly shifting your focus. They're controlling you. They're controlling your emotions. Authoritarian states are really good at that. Here at the Jeremiah Patterson Show, we stay focused. We give you the news. Research is done. History is done if it is needed to make sense of what's going on. And that's what we're going to keep doing. So be sure to watch out for all of this coming up and more. On Wednesday of this week, we will be releasing a special report about domestic terrorism, as 2 Minnesota Democrats and their spouses were recently shot in their homes. 2 of them were assassinated. The other 2 miraculously survived. Former President Joe Biden, along with former Vice President Kamala Harris, recently attended their funerals, sitting beside Governor Tim Walz. This is something that you're also going to want to see as we talk about the people that are currently leading the domestic terrorism agencies in this country. I'm in the midst of trying to secure a guest for that special report right now, but it is something that is worth covering. I mean, again, there are so many different fires that they're setting simultaneously that it's hard to focus on something that happened, weeks ago. But yes, 2 Democrats in this country were assassinated. Their spouses were also shot. So you have a Democrat who was shot in her home with her spouse. They were killed. Then we have 2 other Democrats who were also shot. They survived. I mean, talk about the rise of domestic terrorism in the United States under the presidency of a man who has not only encouraged this type of violence, but has also effectively endorsed it. I mean, we are actively in a time right now where the president of the United States is a domestic terrorist. And that's not hyperbolic. I mean, the literal definition of domestic terrorism is what Donald Trump did, what he instigated, what he incited on January 6, 2021. So all of this is happening at once. Amid Trump's nefarious and Nazi-alike mass deportation campaign, we've seen an alarming uptick in masked ICE agents literally just snatching people off the streets, just kidnapping them. after the violent arrest of NYC mayor candidate Brad Lander. Recently, one of you guys asked me to do a special report on this, essentially investigating the masked ICE agents in this country. I have been watching hundreds of videos of similar situations like this. I'm not exaggerating, literally hundreds of videos. The work that goes into this show is insane, but I appreciate all of you that support me, so I continue to do it because I'm passionate about this work. But I've been reviewing lots of videos about this, and I can tell you that it's going to be a jarring report when this does come out. I really hope that all of you share it, that you restack it, that you repost it, that you share it with your family and friends, that you comment so that it can get boosted more across the algorithm, because this report, it is almost done. And it's going to be jarring because the investigation of just looking into this situation is horrific. I mean, the amount of people that have just been unknowingly, sent away after they've been kidnapped off the streets of this country, had their homes broken into, possessions not returned, with no justification as to why. And also understanding that we don't know exactly if the people that are approaching citizens in this country or approaching people in this country just at random, if they are actual federal immigration officers, or if there are people masquerading as federal immigration officers. How do you tell which is who? I mean, how do you tell? So that special report is going to be airing Friday night at 8 p.m. Eastern time here on the show. Now, I know that I do really have kind of a terrible track record of actually posting on the time that I say that I'm going to post, only because sometimes it's the editing app on my laptop. However, this week, it is going to be boom, boom, boom. I say a time, it's going to be posted at that time, because we really are ramping up production here at the Jeremiah Patterson Show to get content out as much as possible and as fast as possible to keep you alarmed. But also to keep you awake in terms of what's happening. Because there are a lot of moving pieces. It's only me that records, writes, and produces this show every day. And a lot of the work that I do is investigative journalism. I don't just get on the camera, say 5 words about something that happened, and then get a guest on the show to talk about what I just said. I don't do that. I try to, when people come to my show, I know that there are lots of pundits that position themselves as journalists, across mainstream media and across other platforms. Here on the show, I want people to come and to actually learn something. I want it to be a comprehensive video, not just another video where there's the host and 5 talking heads and everyone's repeating the same thing. You don't get any value out of that. I don't find that to be, intellectually stimulating. So what I like to do is I like to take a subject that people know or kind of don't understand, and to break it down in a way that is comprehensive enough, but also benefits the person that is watching me to learn something new and to understand it from a different side. And that's kind of what I do when I put these stories together. So I really do hope that you all appreciate that. But again, all of this is coming for the Jeremiah Patterson Show this week. I didn't even let you know what's going to be coming on the other days of this week. Content is just going to be dropping left and right, so be prepared. Also, on the Jeremiah Patterson Show podcast, if you watch the show in terms of the visuals of me, you can check me out on the podcast. It's on Apple Podcasts, Spotify. It's the Jeremiah Patterson Show. Wherever you get your podcast, you can check it out there. If you are a person that likes to listen to me while you're driving, that is now an option. I want to thank all of you who have become paid subscribers to this work, because the work that I do here at the show is crucial. It is necessary, especially in a time like this. If you are in a position to become a paid subscriber, please, please, please do so. It helps support this work. You can become a paid subscriber for just $7.99 a month or $75 a year here on Substack. What it does is it fuels this work. It basically allows me to continue doing this, and also, frankly, to get paid for the hard work that goes into producing the Jeremiah Patterson Show and getting these stories out to you. Because if we all know anything about comprehensive investigative journalism, one of the things that you cannot be, especially in 2025, is mediocre. You cannot just have 5 to 10 minute videos, basically with regurgitated headlines. You have to get the news out in a way that people also learn something new while getting a deeper context to it. So if you become a paid subscriber to the show, I promise you, you will not regret it. It will definitely be an investment that was worth it, because everything that is produced here is quality content and it's something that you're probably not going to learn anywhere else. So I want to thank you all for watching. I just wanted to give you a heads up on what's coming this week. Stay tuned. Remember to keep your eyes open, heads up, stay focused, be a part of the resistance. Be sure to follow us on Blue Sky, Substack, and TJPS News. You can also email me, tjpsnews@gmail.com. If you do not want to become a paid subscriber to the show, or if you're not currently in a position to do so, you can submit a one-time donation to one of these apps here, one of these platforms, either on Cashapp, PayPal, or Venmo at TJPS News. Thank you all very much for watching. I appreciate you. I'll see you again tomorrow morning for all of the reports that we have coming out. Stay tuned.